Welcome, ladies of inestimable value. Not all who wander are lost, but some who wander know exactly where they're going, even if the rest of the world can't figure it out. Sigmas are like a rare constellation in the night sky, difficult to spot, impossible to ignore, and undeniably powerful once you understand their glow. Born with an arsenal of spiritual gifts that seem almost otherworldly, they're the kind of people who leave you asking, how do they do that? Science tells us only 1% of the population could be classified as true Sigma personalities. That's rarer than left-handed people or those who willingly share fries. And just like those fries, Sigmas guard their gifts fiercely, revealing them only to those sharp enough to notice. But make no mistake, these are not ordinary talents. They're spiritual tools forged from resilience, intuition, and an uncanny ability to dance through life's chaos with calm precision. Want to know the secrets behind their enigmatic power? Let's dive in, but fair warning, once you see what they're born with, you'll never look at them, or yourself, the same way again. Number 1. The ability to see beyond the surface. Sigmas possess an uncanny ability to see beyond the surface, a trait that feels less like intuition and more like a finely tuned superpower. They don't just hear what's being said, they hear the undertones, the unsaid, the pauses, and even the lies wrapped in pretty words. This ability isn't something they learned. It's a part of them, as natural as breathing. They walk into a room and within minutes sense the power dynamics, spot the hidden tensions, and identify who's putting on a mask. It's like their minds are wired to cut through the noise and get straight to the heart of the matter. This isn't just about reading people, though. Sigmas can dissect situations with the same razor-sharp clarity. While most people are distracted by surface-level drama, Sigmas notice the underlying patterns, the motivations driving actions, and the long-term consequences others overlook. They see things for what they truly are, not what they're dressed up to be. This makes them almost immune to manipulation. You can try to fool a Sigma, but chances are they've already figured out your angle before you've even finished your first sentence. What makes this ability so extraordinary is how effortlessly they use it. They don't need to analyze or overthink. It's as if the truth just reveals itself to them in ways others can't comprehend. This can be unsettling for those who prefer to keep their secrets hidden. A Sigma might not call you out directly, but their knowing glance or subtle smirk is enough to make anyone squirm. This ability doesn't just set them apart, it makes them magnetic. People may not always like that Sigmas can see through their facades, but deep down, they can't help but respect, and even fear, their ability to unravel the truth. Number 2, the gift of emotional alchemy. Sigmas have a rare and almost mystical gift, the ability to turn their pain into something powerful. While most people crumble under rejection, failure, or heartbreak, Sigmas take these experiences and alchemize them into tools for growth. It's not that they don't feel the sting of life's harsh realities. They do, often more deeply than they let on, but they have an innate ability to process pain in a way that strengthens them instead of breaking them. When life throws them curveballs, they don't waste time wallowing in self-pity or pointing fingers. Instead, they go inward, dissecting the experience with brutal honesty. They ask the hard questions most people avoid. What went wrong? What can I learn? How can I be better next time? For Sigmas, every setback is a lesson, and every scar is a badge of wisdom. They don't just bounce back, they come back sharper, more resilient, and often more detached from the things that once held them down. This emotional alchemy is what sets them apart. They don't let failure define them, nor do they let heartbreak shatter their sense of self. Instead, they take the shards of disappointment and use them to build something new, something stronger. This process is so seamless it almost seems supernatural to outsiders. It's as if Sigmas have a secret well of strength that allows them to absorb pain and convert it into growth, wisdom, or even creativity. What's most intriguing is that they rarely show this transformation process to others. By the time people notice, the Sigma has already evolved into a version of themselves that's untouchable, leaving everyone else wondering how they managed to emerge so unscathed and so much stronger, while the rest are still picking up their pieces. Number 3, silent healing energy. Sigmas carry an unspoken gift that can't be taught or imitated, their silent healing energy. Without even trying, they create an atmosphere that feels calming and safe, almost like a sanctuary for anyone lucky enough to be in their presence. There's no need for flowery words or dramatic gestures. Their very existence brings a sense of peace. It's in the way they listen without judgment, the way they stay grounded even when chaos is unfolding, and the quiet confidence that tells others, "You're not alone in this." What makes this so powerful is that it's effortless. Sigmas don't consciously try to heal people. It just happens. Their energy radiates a calm that can diffuse even the most tense situations. People often find themselves opening up to Sigmas, sharing their deepest thoughts and struggles, not because they're asked to, but because they feel understood without a single word being exchanged. It's like Sigmas have a silent invitation that says, "You can drop the act here. It's okay to just be." This gift often flies under the radar, even for Sigmas themselves. They may not realize how deeply their presence impacts others. But the truth is, their grounded nature acts like a balm for those who are lost, stressed, or overwhelmed. Their ability to stay composed in the face of life's storms reassures people that everything will be okay, even when it doesn't feel that way. Ironically, this healing energy isn't something Sigmas intentionally offer. It's a byproduct of their inner balance, self-awareness, and quiet strength. But to those who cross paths with a Sigma, it feels nothing short of magical. A silent force that restores, soothes, and reminds people that they're capable of weathering whatever life throws their way. Number 4, the courage to embrace the unpopular path. Sigmas have a spiritual gift that's as bold as it is rare. The courage to walk their own path, no matter how unconventional or intimidating it might seem to others. While most people cling to societal norms, seeking safety in numbers or validation from the crowd, Sigmas thrive in their independence. They don't just choose the road less traveled, they build it brick by brick, even if they have to do it alone. What makes this ability so extraordinary is the unshakable confidence that fuels it. It's not arrogance or blind optimism, it's an inner knowing, a quiet certainty that their path is meant for them. They don't need anyone to tell them they're doing the right thing, and they're certainly not waiting for applause. For Sigmas, approval is a bonus, not a requirement. They trust their instincts, even when those instincts lead them into uncharted territory or against the grain of conventional wisdom. This gift isn't about rebellion for rebellion's sake, it's about alignment. Sigmas carve out their own destiny because they know the only life worth living is one that feels true to who they are. They'd rather fail spectacularly on their own terms than succeed by following someone else's script. And even when the road gets lonely or challenging, they keep moving forward with a kind of quiet resilience that leaves others in awe. Their ability to navigate this unique path inspires both admiration and discomfort. People are often drawn to Sigmas, hoping to learn their secret. But the truth is, there's no manual. It's a spiritual gift that can't be taught, only lived. Watching a Sigma walk their path is like watching someone defy gravity. It's impossible to look away, and it leaves you questioning why you ever doubted your own ability to do the same. Number 5, unconventional compassion. Sigmas have a kind of compassion that doesn't announce itself with grand gestures or loud declarations. It's quiet, raw, and profoundly real. Unlike the surface-level sympathy many people offer out of politeness or obligation, a Sigma's compassion goes deeper, straight to the soul. They don't just empathize with what someone is going through. They understand it, often in ways that feel both unexpected and transformative. What makes their compassion so unconventional is how understated it is. Sigmas don't believe in performative kindness. They won't shower you with cliches like, "It's going to be okay," or offer hollow gestures just to appear caring. Instead, their kindness often manifests in actions that might seem small but carry immense weight. They'll anticipate your needs before you even voice them, sit with you in silence when words feel inadequate, or offer insights that make you feel truly seen for the first time. Their ability to connect on this level comes from their own depth of experience. Sigmas know what it's like to feel isolated or misunderstood, and it's this understanding that allows them to offer compassion without judgment. They don't pity people. They respect their struggles and recognize their strength. That respect comes through in every interaction, making their compassion feel like a lifeline rather than a handout. What's fascinating is that Sigmas rarely expect recognition for their kindness. They don't extend compassion for validation or applause. It's simply a part of who they are. To those lucky enough to experience it, a Sigma's compassion feels profound, not because it's flashy, but because it's rooted in authenticity. It's the kind of kindness that lingers long after the moment has passed, quietly reminding you that someone truly cared when it mattered most. Number 6. The power of subtle influence. Sigmas possess a rare and almost hypnotic ability to influence without ever appearing to try. Their power doesn't come from loud commands or flashy performances. It's rooted in their quiet confidence and unshakable authenticity. They're the type of people who can shift the entire energy of a room just by being present. Without uttering a word, they subtly steer conversations, decisions, and even emotions, like an unseen current guiding everything in its path. What makes this influence so striking is its effortlessness. Sigmas don't manipulate or demand. They simply exist in a way that compels others to follow their lead. It's not about control, it's about resonance. People gravitate toward their grounded energy, their ability to cut through noise and focus on what really matters. This quiet charisma makes others want to align with them, even if they can't quite explain why. Their leadership style is unconventional, but highly effective. They guide people without barking orders, often through thoughtful suggestions or an example so compelling that others naturally follow suit. Sigmas understand that true influence doesn't come from forcing people to act. It comes from inspiring them to want to act. It's almost like spiritual stealth. People don't even realize they're being guided until they look back and see the Sigma's fingerprints all over the outcome. This subtle power often leaves people in awe, wondering how Sigmas manage to shape situations without ever seeming to try. It's not magic. It's the result of their deep self-awareness and ability to remain calm and focused, even in chaos. They don't seek attention or domination. They simply stay true to their vision, and in doing so, draw others into their orbit. It's influence at its finest, understated, effective, and impossible to resist. Number 7. Innate creativity that feels channeled. Sigmas possess a creativity that feels almost otherworldly, as if their ideas are plucked from a place the rest of us can't access. It's not the kind of creativity you can pin down or predict. It flows through them like a current, appearing in ways that surprise even themselves. Whether they're sketching out a vision, solving a seemingly impossible problem, or finding a workaround in a chaotic situation, their originality shines in every corner of their lives. What sets this creativity apart is its depth and versatility. It's not confined to traditional creative pursuits like art or music. It influences every decision they make and every challenge they face. Sigmas don't just think outside the box, they dismantle the box entirely, reimagining possibilities that others wouldn't even consider. When others are stuck in rigid thinking, Sigmas effortlessly shift their perspective, finding solutions that feel both genius and refreshingly simple. This intuitive creativity often feels less like effort and more like channeling. Ideas seem to materialize out of thin air as though they're tuned into a frequency no one else can hear. They might not be able to explain how they come up with their insights, but the results speak for themselves. People are left wondering, how did they even think of that? It's this almost mystical quality that makes their creativity feel so unique. But it's not just about producing brilliant ideas. It's about how those ideas shape their lives. Sigmas use their creativity to build a world that's authentic to them, whether that means forging an unconventional career, finding joy in the mundane, or designing a life that defies expectations. Their creativity isn't just a skill, it's a way of being, a constant reminder that inspiration, when paired with action, can transform the ordinary into something extraordinary. Number 8. Unwavering inner compass. Sigmas operate with a rare kind of self-assurance that feels almost like they're guided by an invisible force. They don't lean on external validation to make choices or measure their worth. Instead, their sense of purpose is rooted deep within them, a steady pulse that tells them whether they're on the right path. It's like having an internal GPS that recalibrates whenever life throws a curveball, steering them back to what truly matters. This unwavering inner compass doesn't waver in the face of pressure or the opinions of others. It remains resolute, an ever-present reminder of who they are and what they stand for. While the rest of the world might be swayed by trends, approval, or fear of judgment, Sigmas trust their gut, their instincts, and that silent knowing that comes from deep within. It's not about being stubborn or closed-minded. It's about being anchored. They've learned that the only way to navigate life's chaos and complexity is to stay true to themselves. That's not always easy. The world is full of noise, and people are quick to push their own desires and beliefs. But Sigmas don't seek approval because they don't need it to feel validated. Their confidence is self-sustaining, powered by an unshakable belief in their own judgment. This inner compass doesn't just help them make decisions, it shapes their entire approach to life. Whether they're pursuing an unconventional career path, ending toxic relationships, or choosing a new direction when everyone else is heading in the opposite one, they're driven by a sense of purpose that comes from within. It's that silent, unerring guidance that makes them resilient in the face of adversity and unwavering in their pursuit of what they believe is right. With this inner compass, they don't just survive, they thrive, carving out a life that aligns with their true self. Number 9. Energy intuition. Sigmas have an uncanny ability to read the energy of a person or a space almost immediately. It's not something they learned or were taught. It's an innate gift that feels almost like a sixth sense. They can walk into a room and immediately sense whether it's welcoming or charged with unspoken tension. They're hyper-attuned to the subtle cues that others might miss, the way a person's posture shifts, a sudden drop in conversation, or the quiet hum of discomfort hanging in the air. It's as if they're spiritually wired to pick up on what can't be seen but is deeply felt. This energy intuition isn't limited to detecting negative vibes. It also helps them identify genuine warmth and positive intentions. They can quickly tell if someone is sincere or if there's an ulterior motive lurking beneath a friendly smile. This ability allows them to protect themselves from toxicity and navigate social situations with a unique level of discernment. It's not paranoia, it's a protective mechanism that keeps them grounded and aware. What makes this gift so extraordinary is how effortless it seems. They don't need to ask questions or probe deeply. They just know. It's like they're tuned into an energy frequency that others are oblivious to. This heightened awareness allows Sigmas to build deep connections with people who share their values and avoid those who would drain their energy. Their intuition guides them to places and people that align with their soul, steering clear of the noise and chaos that can come from toxic environments. In a world where many are blinded by surface appearances, Sigmas stand out for their ability to feel their way through life, sensing the true nature of people and situations before anyone else. Number 10. Natural truth seekers. Sigmas have a deep, innate drive to search for the truth, and it goes far beyond mere curiosity. It's as if they're born with an internal compass that compels them to cut through the layers of illusion and get to the raw, unfiltered reality of things. This relentless pursuit isn't just for knowledge's sake. It's an essential part of who they are. Whether it's deciphering the motivations behind someone's words, understanding the intricacies of a complex system, or exploring their own psyche, Sigmas seek to unearth what's real with an intensity that feels almost spiritual. They don't accept things at face value or fall for the polished version of the story. Instead, they dig deeper, questioning norms and looking beyond surface-level explanations to uncover hidden truths. This natural inclination sets them apart in a world that often prioritizes appearances over substance. Where others might be content with what's presented, Sigmas are the ones who ask, "But what's really going on here?" This thirst for truth shapes how they interact with the world and the people in it. They don't just see through lies, they sense them, detecting contradictions and half-truths with a keen perceptiveness. And when it comes to their own journey, this gift makes them relentless in their self-discovery. They want to know who they truly are, stripping away all pretense to find the core of their being. In a world that often prioritizes conformity, Sigmas challenge themselves and those around them to seek deeper understanding and see beyond the veil. The spiritual gifts that Sigmas carry are not just unique, they're transformative. They have an innate power to navigate life with a sense of purpose, guided by an inner compass that doesn't stray, an energy intuition that reads the room before words are spoken, and a silent, healing presence that comforts without a single touch. These gifts make them enigmatic, powerful, and fiercely independent, capable of moving through life with an authenticity that others envy but rarely understand. In a world that constantly seeks validation from the outside, Sigmas remind us that true strength comes from within. Their ability to rise above the noise, trust their instincts, and stay aligned with their values is nothing short of extraordinary. They don't conform or bend to societal expectations. They carve out their own paths, guided by an inner wisdom that is as profound as it is quiet. The spiritual gifts they possess are what allow them to navigate the complexities of life with resilience, courage, and an unmatched sense of self. These gifts are not just talents. They are superpowers that give them the ability to build a life that's truly their own, one that is rich with authenticity and purpose. And while they may often go unnoticed or misunderstood by the world around them, the reality is that these gifts are rare and precious. For the Sigma, life is less about fitting in and more about standing firm in who they are. And that, in the end, is the greatest gift of all. If you found these insights captivating and want to uncover even more about the unique strengths and hidden powers that set Sigmas apart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll join a community that celebrates authenticity, deep introspection, and the extraordinary traits that make people truly one of a kind. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of content that will inspire, challenge, and empower you. Your journey to understanding the depths of what makes a Sigma shine is just beginning, and we can't wait to take it with you. Subscribe now and step into a world where true strength is celebrated and the hidden gems of life come to light.